Yeah, good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in. And we get that pause and we get some music going. Yeah, really. Open. Wow, my mouse does not want to work today. Gonna be one of them days. Gonna be one of them days. Anyways, like I was saying, welcome in, guys and gals. We got ourselves a good interdivision matchup today. And let me flip that on over. Aha, finally something worked. Something worked. Anyways, like I was saying, though, we got a really good divisional matchup starting today off. We got TorNis on the left-hand side, your Denver Broncos. Excuse me, and sorry. And Vendryth on the right-hand side, your San Diego Chargers, who's leading this. So TorNis looking for a win to bring him within 2 games of Vendryth. Should Vendryth win this one, he's walking away from this division, and it's going to be a pretty hard thing for everybody else to come back. So, pretty big game right here. TorNis kind of needs this one. So does the rest of the division. I think pretty much everybody else in the rest of the division might be rooting TorNis on at this point. Just saying. Just saying. Oh my god. Well, we're off to a good start with the gifts already. Jesus. Oh, man. Good old boner cell. What? Oh, hell no. I didn't know you got one without him in there. TorNis making his own gifts. Oh, God, these are good already. I love it. Anyways, for anybody new to this, and there you see the frequency faces, I love it. Anyways, like I was saying, so if you guys are new to this, we're going to race Binding of Isaac, a best 2 out of 3 race through the womb 2. So whoever kills off Mom's Heart first is going to get a point added to where you see the zeros at the bottom of the screen. And again, we'll do a best 2 out of 3. We'll reset each racer after one of them takes out Mom's Heart. So we'll start from scratch all over again for round number 2, for example. Again, there are 7 banned items nobody's allowed to pick up. Oop, only hit spell. Aha. If it'll pop up, there we go. So you can't pick up at any point, excuse me, Epic Fetus, Dr. Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, The Shovel. Toothpicks are an exception. They're on the ban list, but you can actually roll them. By the way, TorNis, I can see your mouse. Yes, I know. I can see that. Anyways, but like I was saying, so you can't pick up any of those items. D6 is unavailable against anything else except for those 7 banned items right there. And again, we'll get to reasonings why on everything should we come across them. Excuse me again, sorry about that. But again, these guys are both starting off on a Cellar 1 level here. We got both with Item Room, and TorNis has also got himself a Curse Room here. So again, being that they're on call, let me get you a link into both of their channels. If I could spell instead of putting in spit, that's supposed to say split. There we go. Much better. That might actually link us to them. That'll get you to both TorNis and Vendryth's channel at the same time. So go in and wish them both good luck, and as you see, we're off and running. So again, best of luck to both of you guys. We got at least one of them off and running. Vendryth's got himself a mini mush, so that's going to be a, a size decrease. He's going to get range up and speed up with that. TorNis reset because he got Mr. Boom, a one-time space use bomb item. And though it's pretty nice damage-wise against bosses, I'd probably skip on that too, quite honestly, looking for something pretty consistent here. Attack Fly would probably be that consistency, so the Forever Alone Attack Fly for TorNis will float around doing damage to anything that it happens to come in contact with. And we'll be back for that Judgy. TorNis is going to look for some money first. Kind of hard to play the beggar buddy with no money, but that would be a nice find for the first floor. Alright, so that one-time bomb. Ooh, Pin actually hit half of himself there. That was kind of cheesy, so a little bit less than full damage there for Vendryth's mom. That kind of sucked. So let's see, another Curse Room. Wow, working out much better for TorNis this time. Free packed. Not quite free. He took a full heart of damage getting in and out, but beside the point. Damage up and fire rate increase there for TorNis. He also got 2 soul hearts. As you can see, he lost half of one of them when he walked out, but moot point. He's still got a lot of extra stuff there. We got Charm of the Vampire for Vendryth. Every 13 kills that he has, he'll wind up with a half a red heart heal. Again, we got everybody's favorite, Famine, on the left side. So let's all say to Famine, if you would. And I keep it meet the reward every time off of that fight. So you see the 1 orbital floating around TorNis, gonna block anything that comes in shot-wise against him, and actually do damage should anything touch it. That'll wind up building into full-on Meat Boy the more and more of those that he picks up. Alright, so Vendryth's new second boss becomes Pink Widow in this case. So he's gonna jump her, sorry. Widow. Yeah, that's a guy. Totally. You get the idea, though. Curbs is an idiot, and it's too early. What I meant to say was that she is going to jump around a lot faster and help a lot more often, for that matter, too, while still spawning out all these, I don't want to call them nasty flies and fistules, but they are kind of annoying. Either way, we got TorNis with this new item, is Bloody Lust, and again, here you're going to see another version of the Widow, so slightly slower, won't jump as far. But Bloody Lust, as you kill off every enemy in the room, guaranteed that your damage goes up. It maxes out at 6 enemy kills, and I think it's a total of about 3.2 damage up that you get. Yeah, and TorNis with that Devil Deal going to wind up going in and getting Krampus here, which means an automatic free item at the end of this mini boss fight. He's going to wind up getting a lump of coal. As his shots travel further on screen, they're going to grow in size and damage output. Ven getting pretty lucky here with that Stars card, immediately teleporting to his item room, and again, that blue, the blue relic behind him, the relic in this case is the actual name, but the blue cross behind him, will every 4 rooms that he clears out wind up spawning 1 full blue heart for him, so a little bit of health up incoming on Vendryth's side, which he pretty well needs. Now guys, you gotta understand something. I'm rebroadcasting them, so I get the same delay that you do, but you're getting the same delay that I'm getting from them, but added on double. So if you go to the split link, you'll see them ahead of where I'm at. That's always gonna happen. It's the way it is. Just keep in mind, I'm basically getting that information just the same as you are, which puts it on that same delay that you automatically get, but then I'm also rebroadcasting it. So I'm adding more delay in there, basically. So it's always gonna be behind what you're seeing. Keep in mind, they took off at exactly the same time. I'd say I'm pretty well synced up on them. Actually, Frag didn't add that horror added in on his channel. How's it, Monty? How you doing? Ooh, that Troll Bomb is actually, I was going to say, it's actually going to kind of help out by killing a lot of things in that room for TorNis, but at the same point, he was pretty close and he was going to take damage there. Either way, new item room and boss fight for him. So this, ugh, jeez, these items. So he knows where the other one is. Still no key to get into that second item, but he's going to have back-to-back boss fights now as he's going to finish clearing out his Caves XL, and I'm thinking move on without that second item will TorNis. Again, Ven finishing off his first Caves floor here. You see that 13th kill, got him a heal. You see that heart floating over his head was Charm of the Vampire enacting. And if you're wondering why TorNis' shots color changed, basically again with Bloody Lust, as he kills off more stuff, he's gaining damage, and that's actually changing the color of his tears from that coal black to actually red later on. So, second boss for TorNis will wind up being Gertie. You see a whole ton of spawns here. She'll never do that quintuple shot. Sorry, I can't do math. What's up, Rum? How you doing? What's up, Sherp? Good to see you guys. Alright, so Vendryth with, I'm gonna guess he's probably gonna hang on to the Bloody Penny. As he picks up coins, he has a chance that it'll spawn hearts. Oh, God. TorNis getting a build here. Alright, Brimstone it is. We were talking about that earlier. Huge shot changer. It cost TorNis 2 of his red hearts, and for that matter, cost himself that Eternal heart that he had picked up. He had no choice. As he was going into the Devil Deal, there was no way to avoid picking up that Eternal. So he lost it in the same process, but still, excuse me, in my opinion, worth it. Oh, excuse me again. Sorry about that. Brimstone, as you can see, quite the shot changer. One of my 2 favorite items. It's this and Mom's Knife. If it's a choice between the 2, it's tough, and I'd probably go with Brimstone myself. But that's a real tough call. I happen to love Brimstone, though. So Vendryth just about done here. As I was saying, he's probably, well, then again, he's got Vampire Heals. He may or may not keep that Bloody Penny. He's got the left hand sitting there, which would spawn more red chests. But lo and behold, he'll keep the Bloody Penny with him. Liberty Cap, by the way, on TorNis is going to give him a random mushroom effect every room that he's in. So everything from the all stats up mushroom to, believe it or not, the compass somehow counts as a mushroom effect. I'm as mystified as you. But that is actually one of the effects. So as TorNis walks between rooms, you may see his entire map, not his entire map, but it may lay out kind of where his boss fight and his item room are for him. We deleted the trigger because the name's fucking stupid, Ducat. It's Brimstone Glitch now. Either that or we can rename it to Brim Jobbing. One of the two. But pretty much everybody agreed the name is stupid, so we call it Brimstone Glitching. Wow. Speaking of Mom's knife. Oh. There was that decision, and Torn is going to leave the knife behind. Everybody, it's happened. The knife has been left behind, willingly, for free. It happened. See what I was saying? I like Brimstone more, personally. That's me. Now, again, Tornus had a hell of a choice there, but yeah, leaving the knife behind, so yeah. Like I said, it was going to happen sooner or later. You'll see everything in these races, guys, but lo and behold, Tornus willingly left the knife behind. Remember this. Tornus willingly left that behind. I gotta agree with him, though. With Bloodlust and Brimstone, I'm keeping that combination, personally. I know it's not just me now. Tornus did the same thing, so I know it ain't just me. Either way, we got two boss fights showing up here. Tornus found his on Depths 1. Vendryth in his right now on Caves 2, one floor behind. He also just picked up the Game Kit, which will wind up turning him into Pac-Man whenever he does it. Here you see. Which is going to wind up eating through enemies, and you can see randomly you're going to get the effect of healing yourself for half a heart when you do so and actually kill them. Now, Tornus just walked into his Depths 1 boss fight, again, one full floor ahead. He's fighting Gish, which is going to wind up giving him Little Gish following behind, shooting out basically those type of tar tiers. They're going to be normal tiers, not those fireball like Ipecac bombs. But basically, you'll see what happens. It'll slow down enemies and their shots as well whenever it does actually enact. Yeah, the knife's really iffy at low. Oh my god. The knife is iffy at low health. What's not iffy at low health is picking up something like the Sacred Heart. Oh no, and Tornus down. Gish takes out Tornus on a ridiculously powerful Brimstone build, and Vendryth has got Sacred Heart now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Momentum shift. Now, Vendryth very much in the lead with a very overpowered item. Sacred Heart gave him a full heal. Gave him that, well, there he's going to go back for that health up in a second or two there. But also gave him homing ability on his tiers and lots of damage. So much damage. So that's a ridiculously nice build that he's got going right now. I wonder if he even saw that heart spawn back there. Brother Bobby on Tornus' side. It's damage up on a follower. It's base damage tiers, but he'll take him. Yeah, Ven just really wants some health up at this point. He may not have seen that. Well, he has to go back through there anyway, so moot point. He'll see it on the way through. But there's Vendryth's item room for Depths 1. We'll find out what he gets momentarily. I actually said, oh my god, out loud. So there you see Peeper, which is going to float around the room. Same thing that you would see in a Peep boss fight. It's going to float around the room doing damage to anything that it hits, and you'll actually see like one of Vendryth's eyes is completely missing at the moment. Wow, that's weird. My cast just went down on mine and came back up. That's bizarre. Quality. Anyways, so there's a boss fight for Ven finally showing up. And again, ripping right on through everything at the moment. Already up at 5 hearts now. And there you see, as he picks up... Oh, God. As he picks up coins, it has a chance that it's going to spawn hearts for him. Speaking of hearts, how about killing that one off quickly and then dealing with the Mask of Infamy? Everybody's least favorite boss in this game. Dear God, this thing sucks. At least it'll be halfway decent with this damage and the homing ability on Vendryth's tiers, but this could kind of backfire too. Also, Tornus just picked up the small rock, damage increase, fire rate increase, and movement speed down on his side. So a really good item in my opinion. The speed down does hurt you, but at the same point, that damage is nice. I just got my 720p encoder back, so... Yeah, if Twitch is going to remove any of my encoders, I'd prefer the 360 disappear, not the 720. Alright, the one problem with these homing tiers, sometimes you get unlucky and they hit from the front. There you go. How about a little range up for Vend? He was hoping for health. He'll take the range. Range never hurts you that bad with Sacred Heart. Sack of pennies, also not what Vend wanted for that last item room. That's going to spawn more coins, though. So, again, with Bloody Penny, not a bad combination. He'll spawn a lot of extra red hearts. Problem is he doesn't want to get down to where he actually needs to use those red hearts. So he'd prefer blue hearts out of that relic more so. Because I'm casting two screens, both of which are casting in 720 in the first place. The game renders in 720 anyway, so why wouldn't you? Also, audio quality differs if you drop it down. Being that I'm an audio engineer, yeah, I'll keep what I have going, thanks. By the way, I also cast Super Nintendo games in 720p because it's not about like, oh hey, I'm upscaling it or anything, just, it's all about learning how to cast, basically. That's just what I actually render everything at. Higher quality audio, it still looks better, because if you watch a cast of Super Nintendo game in 720p versus 240p, you'll notice a difference. Even though it's technically 240p, the audio is going to sound like shit. Like right now, go between 720p plus and 360p and look at the difference and listen to the difference. No, it's not about bit rates. Well, it sounds bearable, but go up to 720p and you'll see the difference. Alright, so TorNis onto his new boss, getting Headless Horseman here. One of the not-so-favorite ones, though. A great item coming out of it that'll give you flying ability, a charge, well, basically makes you invincible while you're charging, plus does damage to anything in line, and gives you speed up. Yeah, those dodges from Vend, I gotta give him credit on this. I mean, even with having, like, with me especially, if you give me Sacred Heart, I tend to faceplant everything like an idiot and just think, duh, I'm invincible. And, yeah, that's definitely not the case, but those are some damn nice dodges there. Celtic Cross, every time you get hit, you have a 33% chance to get a damage shield for 5 seconds. What's up, GQ? How you doing, man? Yeah, Sacred Heart ranks up there as one of my favorite items. That is rare, too, so very, very few and far between on getting it, but when you do, oh, man, your build, just so good. So good. I mean, look at Vend. He doesn't even have to worry about anything. Just hit it with a tear and it's dead. The thing he has to worry about is that health is dipping kind of low. 2.5 hearts right now. Plus, TorNis is catching up very quickly, already on Caves 2 here. Yep, every item showing up this year. Speaking of getting hit again, that was a cheap shot by the game. It was an utter cheap shot by the game. The room was clear. That wasn't cool. Either way, then back up to 3 hearts. This is Relic spawned in one of the blue hearts here. He's also got a item rock in the room, so that may help. But moving on without it, he maybe didn't wanted to save the bomb. Again, for people wondering, why did Vend leave that behind? He's only got 2 bombs right now. In Mom's hard fight, bombs are really, really nice. I almost said bombs are key, but bad pun. Either way, the bombs are really, really helpful in the Mom hard fight. So he's hanging on to those, I would imagine, just for some of the spawns in the middle. But yeah, Red Mom, Vend couldn't have asked for anything better. All you see is the foot stomp, and every now and then one of the eyeballs will open up and triple shot you. Just keep dodging back and forth, and this is by far the easiest Mom fight you could get. So Vend on low health is very happy. Oh, man. Not happy with that item, though. The Cat of 9 fails. It's actually not bad, especially with Sacred Heart. That's good. Shot speed increase with Sacred Heart is a good thing, believe me. But, at the same point, it's not the health up Vendryth wanted. He would have gladly changed that out. Again, we got TorNis just ripping on through the husk here. So just a little bit more damage. He'll be on down to the depths himself. And again, gonna skip an item room, I would guess, in the sake of trying to catch up to Vendryth. It's no longer date night 2. No more puns. but I want to. No, he saw it, I'm sure. Oh, don't worry. I could tell that was just inverted caps. Don't even worry. Not a thing. A little bit of health up for TorNis. Oh, Vendryth is crying. He wants that. He wants it. Speaking of health, there's a little bit to replace anything for Vendryth if he loses some. TorNis going to have to wait out a loading screen here. We'll see if that actually pops through to an XL floor or not. Alright, where will this boss fight be? Oh, Peeper, why you do that? Oh, hey, look at that. So, proving another theory down here, any rock in the womb can actually be an item rock. You won't be able to see them. They won't have any distinctive sign on it. But again, any of those red rocks can turn into an item rock on you. And you just actually saw it happen to Vendryth. He got a locked chest on one. Alright, so TorNis with that real fast 1 penny judgy. I was going to say give me a judgy please, but with 1 penny it's almost useless. If he gives you something at that point, you just praise judgy. You don't worry about worrying about, you know, like actually or asking him for something in the first place. That one's pretty much not going to happen. If you get really lucky, sure, but not going to happen. Ooh, Ven getting cheap shotted there for no reason. You didn't have to waste that bomb either. You could have walked him into the corner on the spikes. Alright, so Ven holding onto a health down pill at the moment. Interesting. First things first, full heal. And back on the other way looking for that boss fight still. Alright, Hermit Card would be a random teleport for Vendryth. I'll definitely hang on to that instead of the health down pill at this point. Oh, walking into a little bit of damage there. Alright, where's this boss? Oh god, it's gonna split again. TorNis has found his item room here in Depths 1. Good choice on his part not to keep firing. That bomb would have hurt him there. Speaking of bombs, how about 10 more for him with Boom? See, the other good use for bombs right there that you just saw. Vendryth bombed right out of a dead-end room. Again, full healing himself with Game Kid. Good use. Still on the lookout for that boss fight. This is getting kind of insane how big this floor is. I'm gonna say left. I'm still thinking left. Right, I'm gonna hold on to those 3 bombs, I think. Let's see, where's he gonna check here? Nope, gonna try down this way. Ooh, dead end. Ouch. Yeah, he'd already been in there too. He'd bombed out of this already once. Aha, free bomb, and he got himself one of the 4 rooms cleared closer to getting another soul heart out of his relic too, so not the worst thing there. There's that boss fight. Like I was saying, 1 more room over to the left, and there it is. And I think at the end of the next room, so after he clears this next boss... Ooh, Blast Assist, an easy one, too. Ven could not have asked for a better boss fight here on Womb 1. Again, he's getting pretty lucky. RNGesus is shining down upon Vendryth at the moment. That's for darn sure. How's it, Barnard? How you doing? Absolutely, we can. If I could find the right keyboard, there we go. Oops, shoot, hold on. Would help if I was clicked in here. Let me give you the website link for you. And there you go, BOILeR.org will get you a lot of information on the league itself. Any other questions, feel free to ask. Oh god, the mask again, twice today in this race. Oh, jeez. That's terrible. Anyways, there you see that Hermit, really? The Hermit card teleporting Vendryth to the next room. Gee, thanks. Gee, thanks, random teleport. You took me so far away from where I was at. But again, Vend onto the Womb 2. He picked up a little damage up and health up, or excuse me, range up, I should say, with Jesus Juice. So again, no health up on his side. It's been a hell of a run without getting pretty much any health up at the end of boss fights. That's been pretty trolly. because the E is part of the word league, hence you don't capitalize it because it's not its own word. Yeah, considering Ven's at base health after a health down pill, not too bad. Not too bad. He's been doing good for himself. Thank God the game gave him a Sacred Heart, honestly. Like, quite honestly, thank God for that. Alright, TorNis doing a really good job here on Mask of Infamy, getting it to stay in one flat line. That's been pretty lucky for him. Get out of this room as quickly as you can. Actually, Ven may just kill this off now instead of walking out that open door. Ooh, yeah, that worked out nicely. Alright, Ven making bank off of this room, actually getting a little bit of health up in the process of killing off a few mini-bosses, plus 2 free bombs. That'll work. Ven got Sacred Heart 3 floors ago? I think it was 3. Oh, it's all good, EJ. Yeah, it's just the E is part of the word league. Everything else is its own actual word, so they all get capital letters. The E just being part of that, like, it made more sense. And yes, we flipped around the words like league and racing. It should have been Racing League, but it wouldn't have made sense for BOILeR as the name of it, so we made it BOILeR. And there you see TorNis's Celtic Cross finally enacting. There's that 5-second damage shield. Randomly when you get hit, that's going to enact and make you invincible. Yeah, that was a really clean mask fight. TorNis did a really good job there. Yeah, BOILeR hype. Wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. It made more sense to go with BOILeR at that point, obviously. That was the other one I came up with, was the Isaac Racing League IRL. Problem is that the Indie Racing League would basically sue your ass at that point. Because let's recap. Think about the WWE, aka the WWF. Do people remember that that used to be called the WWF until the World Wildlife Federation sued them? Yeah, I don't feel like going through that, so... Personally, I thought about that in my head real quick and went, yeah, you know, IRL probably gonna get me sued. Gonna go with no. Damn animals. There's Vendryth's boss fight. So again, he's looking at his mom's heart fight coming up in the next room and looking to take himself a 1-0 lead. TorNis flying on along, has his mom's foot fight just showed up for him. So again, 2 floors behind. After that death, he has made a huge comeback here. And again, for playing against somebody that's got Sacred Heart, TorNis is, pun intended, flying. He's on a pony. He's flying. See what I did there? I didn't mean it until I got halfway through the sentence, realized how bad that was going to sound, and had to stop myself. So apologies, but yeah. Yeah, except that's not an actual word. I would rather spell correctly. Again, it's pointless to make an acronym if the word that you're making isn't real, so... Anyways, already 50% of the way through Mom's heart fight here. And again, moving into his mom's foot fight is TorNis on the left-hand side. But again, maybe too little too late. Vendryth already down to about that last 30% here. And with just a couple more swings of these ridiculous tears, and again, you can thank Sacred Heart for that. Oh, he's going to do it in style. How about the Pac-Man kill? No? No? Won't let him? Aw. Okay, so it won't let you actually kill Mom's heart with Pac-Man. I never knew that. I never knew that the game kid could not actually get the finishing kill on Mom's heart. Huh. Apparently she counts as flying. Who knew? Anyways, Vendryth's got himself a 1-0 lead, so seriously, nice job, sir. Let me get you the split link again into both of their channels here. Go say what's up to him and TorNis. Tell them both great job. Yeah, eat the heart. Today I learned. Now, anyways, like I said, really good job there by both racers. TorNis did a great job on the comeback there. That was ridiculously close. Again, that death almost didn't mean anything, but if he would have had that run the second time on his first one, that would have been really close, guys. On that note, as you can see, we're going to get both of these racers reset. I'm sure TorNis doesn't want that XL floor once he sees it. But we'll get them both reset. Give me about 2 minutes to run some ads here. And like I said, in the meantime, go to the split link, meet up both of our racers, and wish them both good luck for round number 2. We'll be right back in 2 minutes, and we'll get that underway. So be right back. Thank you again. Gambit, I'll just put this out there. If you use the actual report thing down at the bottom, you actually basically reported me, not the video. So, Itaka will quote that one probably later, like, dude, Gambit, why did you do this? Like, maybe you don't know, but you basically reported Crumps, not the video. Yeah. Unless you meant, like, you actually sent it in and, like, you know, like, oh, by the way, this thing doesn't work. It's all good. They'll get to the right person at the same point, too, so it'll work out fine. I'm just giving you crap. Either way, we're back, and we got round number 2 just about to start. I just had to give Gambit shit there for a minute. So let me flip this back on over. Oh, dear God. Raw! I'm a fire and my kitty lasers. That one's still one of my favorite gifs, honestly, besides the one that TorNis was just showing, which I almost want to see him go back to, because it creeps me the hell out, but it's so well done. But that I'm a fire and my kitty lasers, phenomenal. On that note, we're back for round number 2. God, I love that. I seriously love that. But we're back for round number 2. We got Vendryth, the aka I'm a fire and my lasers. Meow. On the right-hand side, leading 1-0 right now over TorNis on the left. Oh, there it is. That's the one I was... Yeah, this will literally give you nightmares, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God. That is just creepy. All sorts of pekka creepy right there. I love that one, though. Like, something about that makes me smile every time when I see it. I just can't help it. On that note, though, like I said, these two are on a call. Let me get you a link into both of their channels one more time. Go wish them both good luck, and you can probably ask them both for those the links to both of those gifts, because those are phenomenal. Oh, man, that's a tough call. I don't know, like, I love them both. Like, I love those both. The kitty is a kitty, though, so I might have to give that one to Vendryth. I'm sorry to say, TorNis. I love yours, but it's a kitty with Shoop to Whoop. It might win. Either way, though, we're back, like I said, ready for round number 2. These guys will start whenever they're ready, and we'll race again through Mom's Heart. So through the end of the Womb 2, whoever beats that first, gonna get a point added to where you see the scores at the bottom. Again, TorNis gonna look to even this up in 1 apiece and force a game 3. Vendryth gonna look for the win and a 2-0 sweep here if he can. So again, best of luck to both racers, and whenever you guys are ready, feel free. No rush, though. On that note, they're taking off. Perfect timing. So we got, wow, 2 resets incoming. The quarter and Guppy's hairball. TorNis, that's a definite reset. 25 cents in your first item room? No thank you. Definitely not going to be taken. Guppy's hairball, maybe a consideration sometimes, depending on if you like the item or not. Obviously, Vendryth doesn't, though. You would have been able to basically boomerang that around your body. Like, it's kind of hard to get used to swinging that. Just swing it. Sorry, bad joke. But anyways, it's kind of hard to get used to actually using that item correctly, but as Guppy's hairball would have actually itself killed off enemies, it would have grown in size and been able to hit stuff easier. You shoot to mew. Ow. That was my toe for anyone that heard that cracking noise. Oh, that's evil chestception right there. Ooh, Vendryth gonna take Blood Rights. Interesting, so that's an early Blood Rights to take. So again, that'll injure him to do damage to everything in the room, but again, should you get a room full of a lot of enemies, that's actually very, very useful. That'll clear out some rooms real quickly. So again, Vendryth fighting Famine, we all know what to do. Everybody greet Famine the same way that he does to us, and say, hey, how you doing? So again, he'll wind up with a cube of meat floating around, blocking shots. And we got TorNis fighting the, excuse me, I almost said Widow, which it is. So just dealing with the last couple spawns here. There we go, I was going to say, I would probably take out those spawners. I hate these extra spiders so much. But he's got the relic floating around. We saw that in the last race. Every 4 rooms that TorNis clears, he's going to get 1 blue soul heart spawning. Rum. Alright, so Magic 8 Ball again, mismarked item, got 16% shot speed increase on it. That Stars card teleports TorNis right into his item room. Sack of pennies, not that great. So again, every couple of rooms now that TorNis clears, he'll also get a coin to spawn out of that. Oh, he needs that key. I was going to say he's going to have to put out that fire, he needs that key. Nothing good in the curse room there for Vendryth on the right. It's not just Chrome. I didn't do those icons. It was Taka's chat add-on that's doing those BOILeR icons next to the racers' names. And there you see Vendryth actually getting to replace Bloodright, so never got to use it, mind you, but now Team Bean, assemble! I was gonna say, there he is. There's Slack. Knew it was happening. Anyways, Team Bean will make its presence oh so widely known here. Well, probably not in this fight, actually. Ven may just go ahead and... well, never mind. There's your answer. He went ahead and just poisoned the hell out of it. Don't even need to use a bomb. You can just poison it, hit it one time with Meat Boy, and you're done. Oh! Wow, TorNis down. Ouch. I don't know if you noticed he's on an XL floor for that matter, too, to restart, so he may switch that out. Anyways, the Bean, like I was saying, on Vendryth's side, as you could tell right there, it actually farts around you. Go figure. Beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. Enough said. So Vendryth's putting out poison farts. That'll actually, obviously, add poison onto any enemy that they hit. Really good item, honestly. Recharges every room. We see a lot of our racers absolutely adore that item. And as you saw, TorNis found both of his item rooms. No keys for those yet. Yeah, there's that XL reset. That's what tends to happen. If you get an XL floor in the basement, guys, both of the item rooms are locked. Whereas if you notice now on a normal one, TorNis got right into his item room. So notice the difference. Ooh, speaking of notice the difference, good restart right there. So TorNis now with damage up and health up with the Odd Mushroom. He'll gladly take that. So once again, there you see the Bean coming into play. Anything with that green effect flashing on it is poisoned. And there you saw the damage over time being enough to kill it. Oh, it sucks. What's up, NPR? How you doing, man? Oh, TorNis can easily catch that up. Think about what he did in the last race, too. And again, like, think about the damage that Vendryth had. It's all about luck finding your boss fights and your item rooms at the right time, though. So, yeah, believe me, TorNis can definitely make this up. We've seen Morag make a 20-minute comeback against Eddie. So, believe me, people can come back from any deficit, and right now, this is not that big of a deficit. Ben's got himself an XL floor again, though, so keep in mind, let's say that he comes across a room that has both of his item rooms attached to a boss fight as well. That's the entirety of a floor done right there. 2 floors done, for that matter, right there. So it's all about luck and timing finding those rooms, and there is a lot of luck involved, and I'm fully aware of that, and it's really weird to race this game just for that reason. I know a lot of people always question it, but at the same point, like, it's really fun throwing that randomness in there, honestly, and I know, like most of the racers at least love that randomness. Like, sure, we would love to actually be able to do the same seed as well, but, you know, like, we can deal with this. This is just fine. If we had the exact same layouts, though, that could be kind of cool. So who knows, maybe that's the thing in Rebirth. We'll have to find out. Okay, what was I just saying? So there's pretty much 2/3 of Vendryth's floor done. He's got one of his item rooms and both of his back-to-back boss fights, along with health up and a full heal with the Volchinian. So that may be worthy of going on to the boss fights and skipping the second item room he couldn't find yet. Different knife, actually, Brick. So, way to think about this. If the knife has blood on it and it's pointing down, that's the sacrificial dagger floating around as an orbital, which does great damage. But again, you have to get really up close and personal. But again, if it's pointing up and has no blood, that's Mom's knife. So there's your difference for you. And it's hard to notice that at first. I always kept like, yeah, I got Mom's knife. Why is that floating around me? Like, and then like, oh, that's sacrificial dagger, and I'm an idiot. So there you see Necronomicon. I was just about to explain it. Actually, basically uses a death card. Doesn't necessarily kill everything on screen, but does a large bit of damage to everything. Yeah, there's no room on screen for anything else. I'm explaining everything as I go and saying who's in the lead, so no, I'm not putting anything else on screen, guys. I have enough to take care of without having to worry about updating something else, so no. Either way, little Steven there for TorNis as he moves on down to the caves. We got Vendryth onto his second boss fight. Just picked up the pentagram for some damage up. And onto Peep right here, already about halfway through it. The little Steve following around behind TorNis will follow out, or shoot out those purple homing tears. Wow, I can't talk today. Either way, it shoots out those purple homing tears. Pretty base damage on them, so nothing real special, but at least they home in on enemies. Oh, that's evil. That's straight up evil, game. I hope you know that. Let's see those no Bibles as TorNis has come into a Bible in a cursed room. What? So that's the thing that's been happening a few times this year. Either way, the Bible is banned because if you were to use it in the Mom's Foot or Mom's Heart fight, you insta-kill it. Which those are two of the longer boss fights, so we kind of wanted to make it, I don't want to call it like speed runny so much as a race, if that makes sense. So TorNis got an Eternal Heart in that room. He'll be back for it at the end of the floor. If he takes that half a white heart down to the next floor with him, that turns into a full red heart container. Now keep in mind, there's nothing protecting it for him at the moment, so he doesn't want to pick it up yet. He'll walk back for it and play it safer that way. Alright, now TorNis would actually be able to pick that up and have a little bit of safety on the, on his Eternal Heart. Soul Hearts, the blue ones, actually block them and shield them. Speaking of, or you could get a second one and then immediately walk back and pick up the first one you found, also creating a full red heart container. That's pretty damn lucky. So we'll take that. What's up, Shock? How you doing? TorNis will take that and get himself his 5th red heart container momentarily here. And there you see it. Boom, very nice finds. So not often you get 2 on the same floor, but there's the other way to do it. You either take 1 half a heart onto the next floor or get 2 of them on the same floor. So dat double Eternal Heart and a golden poop. Assuming that he doesn't accidentally leave the room, because that will despawn that golden poop. So TorNis is going to make sure he can get on over there. Ooh, lots of money, absolutely. Alright, so up to almost 15 cents. Just 1 penny shy of being able to guaranteed buy anything he wants in the store. Yeah, golden poop. Where can I find this? Talk to a guy named Midas. Not the ones that do your brakes and shocks and mufflers. I mean, if you really want golden mufflers, I'm sure that Midas could accommodate you, but not for the situation we're talking about here. They probably could, but I wouldn't want... Just don't ask, please. Don't. Ooh, Ultra Pride. Ouch. Say hi to Edmund and Florian, technically. So that's a nasty mini-boss fight for TorNis, but again, doing pretty good damage, dodging those homing shots really well so far. Ooh, how about the Bloat for Vendryth? Not a good, fun boss fight either. Again, the trick with the Bloat. You'll notice if Vendryth stays down here, that double Brimstone will come out. Over to the side, same thing. But if you can get on top of the Bloat, just like this, where he jumps down towards the bottom of the screen, which you'll see Vendryth trying to drag him down to the bottom. If the Bloat comes down here, walk up to the top, he can't do that double Brimstone upwards. So you're safe up here, except for the eyeballs and that shot that he puts out. But the good way to really play it safe is just make him jump down to the bottom of the room, walk back up to the top, and shoot him from there. Just like you see Vendryth doing. Left-hand pick up there for TorNis means that now he's going to have a lot more red chest spawns. Ooh, Vendryth down to just half a heart now. I would not be standing... Yeah, I was going to say I would not be standing in the line of his eyeballs. Oh, God, that's risky. Oh, God, that's risky. Oh, God, that's risky. Okay, good. Whew. Jesus. I would not be trying to make him brimstone me. I would, at that point, just run and play it safe. But a little bit of health up there for Vendryth, moving on to depths 2, and wow, breathe deep. He made it through. Yikes. That was scary, I gotta say. Now, according to Steam, you can actually make like 250 off of a poop emote, so there's that. I'm not kidding, by the way. Look up the poop emote that you can get from this game. Okay, that was an odd placement. That red chest spawned on top of the item in the boss room for TorNis. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before, but he got the wire coat hanger without me being able to see it until he picked it up. So fire rate increased for TorNis, and he's onto the caves too. And again, there you see the, I almost called it Book of Shadows, the Necronomicon knocking everything down by doing really good damage to it. So making his rooms a lot easier to get through. Yeah, if Ven finds any way to full heal again, he's going to be a very happy man. Now, he has found his boss fight already here, which brings up an interesting dilemma. Do you go looking for your item room in a Curse of Darkness here on Depths 2, or do you just take the Mom's Heart fight, especially down to 1.5 hearts? That's... Riskyville. Which one do you choose, guys? That's tough. I think I may go for item, and Ben's going to do the same thing. Speaking of item rooms, TorNis also coming across his here in Caves too, so we'll get his momentarily. Oh god, that room. Wow, nice dodge by Vendryth. Yikes. Those dodges. Somebody wore his juke shoes today. So the relic once again for TorNis. We've seen that quite a few times. Every 4 rooms, that'll spawn 1 blue heart for him. Alright, so we got a free entrance into either Secret or Super Seeker room for Vendryth as well, so we'll see what's in there. Please be a Super Seeker with nothing but red hearts for him, because he needs it. Or Greed in the Seeker room. How about no? How about get away from me, Troll Bomb? Thank you. Oh, this room's gonna get interesting for Vendryth. Alright, I have the Magician card on TorNis' side. We'll give him Homing Tears for 1 room. Ooh, and like I said, that room's gonna get interesting. Vendryth down and back to the beginning. Ha! Go figure. Play the Shoop to Whoop video, get Shoop to Whoop. Go figure. Not surprised by this. So Vend will be firing his lasers, much like that kitty in the GIF at the beginning. Absolutely becoming guys. I can remember how to spell. There you go. It's like the game knows. I'm telling you, it does. Ooh, nice Devil Deal to start for Vendryth here. So the Pact, he's going to leave behind Sister Maggie, which I don't blame him. That would pretty well kill him. So pretty much has to there. But the Pact will give him damage up and fire rate increase. So good start here on Basement 1. Again, the Shoop to Whoop, not the greatest of things, but does some pretty decent damage to bosses early on. Counter on the bottoms, we do a best 2 out of 3. Alright, a couple more soul hearts there, so Vendryth getting a nice health build once again. Ooh, TorNis actually going to use a bomb to get into that red chest. Get some health out of it, worked out okay. Which he's going to immediately use, well, most of, by going in here. Wow, speaking of Eternal Hearts, how about the Prayer card? And he's actually going to take it to replace that Necronomicon. So now every 6 rooms, TorNis can actually spawn himself 1/2 an Eternal Heart. So you may see that right after he finishes off boss fights, guaranteeing himself a health up on the way down to the next floor. And yeah, Cobalt Streak won last season. That is correct. Yeah, the prayer card's been showing up. Like, that's the 2nd time this week we've seen it, so it's been becoming a little more relevant of late. And once again, we got another Headless Horseman fight for TorNis. So that's going to bring another interesting question. Do you want flying ability for depths, or do you want that prayer card? Wow. I may go with the flying after this. I may just take that 1 health up from the prayer card and just take the flying ability and speed. Website, guys. All your questions can be answered there. And it's the same people that have been here for a few weeks that already know that, so... Website. Ooh, how about that? So, the complete opposite of what I thought. TorNis actually going to take the prayer card with him. There he saw that health up on the way down, though. Gave himself that 1/2 an Eternal Heart. Interesting choice. Oh, prayer card and the habit? Yeah, oh god, that's a ridiculous combo. Hell yes. Now give it something like the 9 volt or something, the battery along with it. Oh my god, are you gonna get some health? So we'll see how many rooms where it really comes into play that TorNis can't fly, but again, it's not like it's a bad choice in any way, shape, or form. It's really not. 1. We'll count this as 1. Again, he'll be back in momentarily. He'll get to everything, but he could have saved himself up. Well, he would have gotten the rock anyways. Yeah, might as well get that other money. Free money is free. Take it. Yeah, maximum level of red hearts technically is 12. So when you fill out what's on screen, you're going to stop getting visible effects from any red health up. You still get the red health up, mind you, but it only actually spends if you use, let's say, devil deals. Like, Vendryth just got into a devil deal room. Mind you, it's Krampus, so he's going to get the coal out of here. But if he were to get an actual devil deal, and he had, let's say, 14 red hearts, and he bought something for 2 red hearts, you wouldn't notice any of his hearts on screen disappear. It would actually spend the extra 2. But it caps you out on screen at 12, and effectively, like, if you get hit, damage-wise, you only have 12 red hearts, even if you have more than that, technically. It's really strange. If you die and come back to life on a dead cat run, where on the first of the 9 lives you pick up 13 red health, you'll actually get all the extra health above 12 on your next life. So again, there's a few ways that it uses itself, but technically speaking, no. Wow, speaking of extra damage up, yeah, Vendryth's happy with that room. Curved Horn also is a trinket with plus damage on it, so lots of extra damage for Vendryth. He's not really going to be mad about that room. Cost him a little bit of time there, but he'll be okay. That extra damage will do fine. Yeah, basically just banks the extra heart containers. Ooh, TorNis finding himself the compass, so very nice way, and you notice now his minimap tells him exactly where to head towards to get to his special rooms. And he's going to do exactly that and head on towards this item room and then on over to the boss fight momentarily afterwards. Wow, speaking of more damage up, how about the all stats up magic mushroom for Vendryth as well? My god, this build. Wow. So we got Guardian Angel now on TorNis' side, double speed orbital blocking shots for him. We're going to get a real interesting race here though, guys. I think this one's going to get a lot closer than you think it will be. Because Ven's got himself a pretty darn nice damaging build here, and that's going to spell easy boss fight victories. There you see TorNis doing a great job actually utilizing both his double speed sacrificial dagger and the Guardian Angel to do great damage to anything getting in close. And like I said, Ven has found himself his boss fight here for Caves 1. So 2 floors behind, we just found the boss fight for TorNis as well. Not found it, we got to the boss fight. He knew where it was for Depths 1. So we got a 2-floor differential here. But again, look at the damage on Vendryth's side, as opposed to what TorNis is doing. Now, TorNis has got a pretty good build, but look at the tears on Vendryth. Just melt, 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 dead. He's already been in that devil deal, so he won't worry about that again. 2 bombs are keys, so he's going to probably keep that with him to be able to switch out. Yeah, he was already in there. Like I was saying, that's where he just fought, what's his name, Krampus. But again, we'll have Little Gish showing up momentarily for TorNis. So that'll be a follower behind him shooting out those tar tiers that'll wind up slowing down anything that they hit. Much like you see the ones that Vendryth is fighting, actually. Yeah, TorNis has got a great defensive run going. Problem is he's got no damage. Now, he's got the sacrificial dagger floating around at double speed, so he's going to be able to get through his next boss fight very easily. But at that point, like I said, you still have to play it somewhat risky by going in close with everything. There's Little Gish and that God Room, which he'd already been in. And just going to pass right on by it. Item room's close. Oh, item room's not close. Never mind, you have to go a little bit further out of the way. There's the problem with the compass. You may think, oh, obvious straight shot upward to the... No, that's not it. Oh god, really? How about finally an item that Ven doesn't need, and for that matter, can't even pick up. Let's see the dead, or no scrolls for the Dead Sea Scroll showing up. So one of our banned items that actually can give you random space use items every time you use it. And the reason it's banned is it can give you the shovel usage, the Bible usage, and the D6, all of which are banned. So last year we had Morag actually get hit with, I think it was 2 or 3 different usages of that gave him the shovel. And he had to stop and be like, I'm pretty sure it's banned, but can I use that? Because it came off of a good item, so am I allowed to use that way down to the next floor? And instead of doing that every time this year, we just figured, screw it, we'll just ban it and make it easier. He didn't skip it, he had already been in the God Room, like I just said, Trouble. He had already gotten his prayer card out of there. Those emotes are subscriber only. Because we voted on it, and that's what we decided to do. That way, at least the racers can get something useful out of it. Why can't we just accept that the rules are the rules? Everybody wants to fight the banned items every single time. We voted on it with all the racers, and those are the 32 people that mattered in the process, so... Like, had I known about the trick that Mosk was going to pull with Kamikaze, I would have flat out banned that this year. That wouldn't have even been put up for vote. I would have flat out banned it. It wouldn't have mattered. I was banning certain items anyways. Alright, so Vendryth finding his Depths 1 item room here. We got the boss fight on Depths 2, aka Mom's foot, obviously, which in this case is Blue Mom for TorNis. Ouch. That's going to spawn nothing but expansion level enemies, and believe me, not really a bro on that. This is by far the worst of the Mom's foot fights. But again, doing very nicely so far here is TorNis. That's what we're using because we don't like the original name for it because it's effing stupid. So yeah, we call it broom jobbing. People have been doing that long before, so... When certain people take credit for stuff that wasn't even theirs, we pretty much just go with other words. So yeah, we call it broom jobbing now. No, that's the point that I just made right there, is that, sorry, but when credit ain't due, I ain't giving it, so... Yep, we have, excuse me, I can never think of the right word for it. We have public signups every year, so give or take, probably we're looking, let's say somewhere around like the first of the year we'll have information for next year. Wow, did Vendryth just melt the mask right there. So I wasn't even too worried about it because he was just putting some serious damage down, but holy crap did he melt that thing quickly. So Vendryth on to Depths 2, still just the one floor behind TorNis right now. Who is on his Moon 1 looking for his boss fight. Well, not looking for it. He knows where it's at, but he has to figure out how the heck to get around to it because this is a ridiculous floor now. That layout, what the hell? He's got all the way left and back around. That's insane. Oh god, this room. Oh shit. Yeah, that's a bad way to get those masks in there. Wow, these masks are being evil in this room. This is why I hate this one. If the masks start getting stupid and getting in that one spot opening over on the sides, that becomes a real pain. Alright, nothing too special there for Vend. Again, holding on to a world card on TorNis' side, so we'll be able to see exactly how to get to his boss room on the next floor. Alright, and Ven finding once again Red Mom here. Watch this damage. Oh my god, he is just chunking it. So again, it's all about finding boss fights at this point. Both are going to be on the womb right as soon as Ven is done with the last 50% here on Red Mom, which again is just the foot stomping down and a random door opening with triple shot from time to time. So nothing too scary on this one. That's by far the easiest. So TorNis got the worst of the Mom's foot fights. Vendryth got the easiest once again. So he rips on through, a little bit more health up. He's going to keep that damage with Curved Horn. Forget about the Polaroid. Again, we only race through the womb too, so you don't need to worry about having Polaroid. Uh-oh. Loading screen error. Uh-oh. This could get more interesting. Yeah, you see this? You see this shit? Doesn't fit, idiot. Thanks for enemy on stackable cups. I love this gift. Yeah, this one could be... This one creeps me out. The boner saw gift creeps me out. Gotta say. Anyways, did we get it? Oh, no, just a regular womb 1. So getting through that loading screen finally, and it's just a regular floor here for Vendryth. So again, all about getting to that boss fight as quick as he can. Alright, Sun card, might as well use it at this point. Actually, I was gonna say, might as well use the World card, which is exactly what TorNis did. Much better choice than what I just said. TorNis used the World card because he just got a Sun card, which basically is a World card plus 2 other effects. So you saw the full-on map get revealed. TorNis knew where he was going anyways here. But he keeps the Sun card with him, which is going to damage everything in the room. Also full heal him for all of his red hearts on top of the World card map reveal on it. So that is a much better upgrade that he just got here. Figured, yeah, why the hell not? Might as well use that World card. So all about timing now, because again, that Sun card's going to reveal the entire map for TorNis on the next floor. So Vend has got to rush to find what he's looking for here. Absolutely weekend lights. I can't spell. Let me try that again. Krubs doesn't spell good. Anyways, we got Skull X for TorNis, so he's finally getting easier boss fights here. And again, he knows that he's going to be able to get a full heal, so he can just face plant this if he wants to, take all the damage in the world, and then full heal himself as soon as he gets to the next floor. So he's going to utilize Sacrificial Dagger quite a bit, and a great use right there by TorNis. He's trying to walk in every time and hit the last little piece there, Skull X. Yeah, it's like 8.5 minutes, I think, no? I think it's like 8.5 minutes to go through the chest. Alright, so we got ourselves a bit of a race here. TorNis only has 3 more rooms to clear after this. But again, Vendryth is already in his boss fight here and just about done with his Womb 1, so he'll be on Womb 2. With now a second cube of meat and more damage up, because he added on a now the full-on face of Meat Boy to his orbital. But TorNis with just this 1 more room to clear, it's all about finding this boss fight for Vend as quickly as he can. I was gonna say, or that could be a nice card, but no such luck. Alright, TorNis on in, looking to tie this up 1 apiece. And again, it's all about when Vendryth can find this fight, because he's going to chunk damage by comparison. So, this could change. Oh, wow. Cuppy's Paw, why the hell not? Whole lot of extra health for Vendryth if he needs it. That'll turn every red heart container, empty or full, doesn't matter, into 3 blue hearts for him. As every question I've seen asked can be answered on the website. Alright, so no bombs for TorNis means he's going to have to fight these knights normally as well. Alright, only 2 bombs left for Vendryth. Again, he's got that bombs or key pill, so technically he's got 8 bombs. He's going to wait until he uses up the 2 that he has. Use that pill and get himself 6 more. Judgy, we have no time for you later, sir. Again, TorNis on the left about halfway through his mom's heart fight. I was going to say that was pretty much going to be a dead end. I think Ven knew it, hence why he left that heart there. Oh, he isn't even going to bother. Interesting. Alright, where's this boss fight going to be? He needs it quickly, too, because TorNis is just about to the point where he lives is going to stay out the rest of the time. Wow, that got cheap. Alright, so there was that bombs or key pill. Vendryth now with 5 bombs. And again, now he has to figure out which way to check for this boss fight. It's got to be over to the right still, because that left one can't, or the bottom one can't go anywhere else. But again, will it be too little too late? TorNis with the last little bit of health to chunk off here. About 10% left on Mom's heart. And again, 4 hearts left for him, so he's got plenty. Just like that, walks right in, lets the knife do its work for him. And just like that, Sacrificial Dagger is going to have tied this up. So TorNis, a 1-1 tie right now as he has come back to tie this. And we have forced ourselves yet another Game 3 here, ladies and gentlemen. So give us just about 2 minutes. Tell them both great race. Let me give you the split link into both of their channels once again. And if it ever pops up, there you go. That catguard.net link will get you into both TorNis and Vendryth's channels. Please go in there, say great job to both of them, and tell TorNis and Vendryth both good luck for round number 3. We'll have that in about 2 minutes' time. We'll get them both reset in the meantime. I'm going to run some ads. My guess would be TorNis will as well. So like I said, check out both of their channels. Support both of these guys, please. And I'll be right back in about 2 minutes. Go meet our racers. Be right back with you guys. Alrighty, we're back and we're clear. Let me flip this back on over, and we got ourselves round number 3, all pivotal between TorNis and Vendryth, just about to get underway here, guys. So again, TorNis just tied this up in 1 apiece, and again, both whoever wins this one is going to be looking to actually win the day 2-1. So again, TorNis can get himself a little bit closer to the top of the division. Vendryth going to look to extend his lead and not necessarily close it out, but he's getting pretty dang close if he wins this one to closing out that division. Excuse me again, sorry about that. But again, we'll race through Mom's Heart. And again, best of luck to both of you guys. They all know the rules, but again, let me link up the 7 banned items for everybody so that you can all see them again. If I could spell, we'd have them. Boom, there you go. But again, whenever these guys are ready, they're on a call, so let me get you a link into both of their channels once again, so you can wish them both good luck. And that catguard.net link will do it for you. So again, best of luck to you guys both. And whenever you're ready, feel free. No rush, but feel free. And yes, I'm the one writing the nicknames on those, so enjoy. Alright, so we're off and we got Team Bean. Possibly. Okay, I think TorNis just accidentally regrabbed his D6. And lo and behold, he did. So we saw the Bean act previously. He's also got Horror Babylon. So that won't be enacted quite yet, but if he gets down to either, let's say, Guppy's Paw level of no red hearts, or just down to half a red heart on TorNis' side, he'll have that Horror Babylon demon permanently enacted for damage up. We saw Vend at one point took the Book of Shadows, didn't seem too happy with it though, as he got into a curse room and wound up resetting. But yep, good old Team Bean. They reset that quickly by holding down the R button. Ooh, nice use of the Bean right there by TorNis, getting perfectly in between both of those enemies. What's up, Nursery? How you doing? That's some glowfish. So a little bit of range up there for TorNis as he gets on through his boss fight quickly. Ugh. Ghost Baby for Vendryth, and at this point he may actually just have to take it and run with it, and indeed he will. So a little bit of damage up following behind him with those Spectral Tears. Nothing too special though, they are base damage. No, just hold R. Alright, so Meat is actually mismarked. That's damage up and health up for Vendryth on the right side. He's on down to his second floor. Got the Rosary for TorNis, which is going to give him Faith increase, meaning more God Room and God item spawns. Or chance of, I should say. It's not guaranteed, still just a chance. He's also got Famine for his boss fight, so we all know what to do. Everybody, to Famine if you would. Alright, so Demon Baby, we're getting a follower brigade on Vendryth's side, so anything that gets close is going to get, they're slightly above base damage. I forget the exact damage output on the tiers from Demon Baby, but anything that comes in close is going to get basically homing shotted by it. There you see TorNis on the left side moving on down to his Caves 1 as he ripped right on through yet another boss fight. So poor Famine, poor Famine. But again, you see the cube of meat floating around TorNis is going to block shots and damage anything that it hits, much like in the last round when he was using that sacrificial dagger. Just about a quarter of the damage output, though, so it's nowhere near as damaging as that dagger was. Does followers damage scale with yours? No, it does not. It actually stays exactly the same on all of them. Alright, so Curse of the Labyrinth for Vendryth means that he's got an XL floor once again. So let's see, where to choose from. He's going to head over to the left. He'll have 2 item rooms, 2 back-to-back boss fights at one point here. Alright, so new item room for TorNis. Mom's Pad, not as good as a Bean. He's going to keep the Bean for that every room recharge. That's way too good. No, follower-wise, Little Chubby does the most damage. Mind you have to line them up correctly, but it's the same with everything, honestly. Now, like I said, if you line them up correctly, you can actually get them to, like, double tick on stuff, too. Like, Little Chubby's phenomenal for damage output. Like, phenomenal if you get them lined up right. What's up, Chestnut? How you doing, man? Suppose I could have just called you by your name, too, but that probably would have been weird. So, either way, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Alright, so TorNis moving on into his boss fight here on Caves 1. Like I said, it's kind of hard to tell who's in the lead at the moment. We got an XL floor on the right side, so both Caves 1 and Caves 2 over there. Excuse me, and Gertie on the left side here, so just about done with TorNis' first of the 2 floors. And again, Vendryth has both 1 and 2 combined together, so at this point I guess we'll call TorNis in the lead because he's basically gotten his entire Caves 1 done. Whereas Vendryth has yet to find either item room or boss fights here. Awesome, good to see you, dude. How's up, Death? How you doing? Yeah, speaking of Gertie, perfect timing on that, Lanix. What's up, Minecraft? How you doing, man? Yeah, stop hacking the game, God. Ooh, TorNis down to just the 1 heart here. Those quintuple shots actually doing some damage. If you don't time those quite right, like, when those spawns happen, it does throw off. Okay, how am I trying to explain this? Cobalt Streak, for example, has a really good method of counting to, I think it's like to 5 before he moves off to the side, and then he guarantees that he misses those 5 shots. Now, the trick to it is, that can also be a spawn in back of Gertie, or these spawns in the front. So it kind of throws off my timing a lot, and I tend to really screw it up, and I take a lot of damage on Gertie fights where I shouldn't. It's 3, okay. Oh, Game Kid yet again for Vendryth, so that's actually pretty good timing as he needs some heals here. So the first of his 2 item rooms finally located. Yeah, with 9 cents. How about a judgy please on Vendryth's side? Also, like I was saying, with half a heart left now, TorNis has Aura Babylon enacted. So he's a much larger target, but you notice his tears actually just got red. So he's got a lot more damage output on those. But again, it's that risk that you're taking here. It's kind of a double-edged sword. You're taking the risk of being a larger target, but you got that damage output. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, move. 1, 2, 3 moves. Kind of like doing the, oh, what's his name? Monster 2 fight, where you watch him twitch twice and then move off to the side. So the 1, 2 move. Alright, so getting that half a heart heal, or next room the TorNis goes into, rather, I'm sorry, that'll reset his Aura Babylon. He's going to keep the Burnt Penny, it looks like, which will give him more chance that as he picks up coins, that bombs will spawn for him to pick up as well. Notice, like I said, TorNis back to normal size here. He's up to a full red heart. Speaking of Guppy items, Guppy's tail for Vendryth. Yeah, that's a no thanks. That would have cursed him into having, well, it says cursed with a question mark, so not necessarily a curse. We'll call it that. Hence why the question mark's there. But that would have given him more chest spawns, lock chests for that matter. And with only the 3 keys, make it 2 after he goes into this item room, getting damage up and health up yet again with Odd Mushrooms, so great find for Vendryth along with his 2 boss fights. So here comes the end of his caves floors, and that puts Vendryth pretty much in the lead here. So like I said, this was going to be kind of back and forth. Those XL floors, depending on when you find your special rooms, are good. Wow. Speaking of when you find your special rooms, we're dead even pretty much at this point. TorNis just found his boss fight and item room for Caves 2, so like I said, this gets kind of confusing. There you see the Burnt Penny enacting. As TorNis picked up a coin, he got a bomb to spawn. But let's see here. There's that bomb, and he has homing shots now, for that matter, with Spoonbender. And on into his Husk fight, so we're in the exact same room right now, guys. And again, Vend about halfway, if not already 75% of the way through the Wretched fight. So just down on the last little bits. TorNis still got himself a good 75% to go on his Husk fight. But we are in the same room still. So Vend will have a very slight advantage moving down to the depths first. But again, it's all about finding rooms. Just like, let's say TorNis keeps finding floors like he just did. That's a huge advantage on his side. Alright, so Vend picking up the Super Bandage, so lots of health up for him. And again, moving on down to the depths, where TorNis now is moving down to with an XL floor. So flip around what just happened. Now TorNis has got an XL version of the depths, and Vendryth has got himself the regular depths one right now. So again, back and forth with this, and it's going to be hard to tell who's in the lead, but we got ourselves a really close one brewing here again. And yeah, what a god-awful room. Seriously, there's some bad rooms in Necropolis versions of the depths. Well, let alone in Depths 1, too, for that matter. 1 and 2. Depths is just a nasty floor. I do not like these floors. I would much rather actually be in the Womb, the Cathedral, or even the Chest than the Depths. I hate the Depths. The only floor that I cannot accomplish a no-hit run on. Still standing, the only reason I do not have a Platinum God run legit is not being able to no-hit the Depths. Only thing holding me back. I hate these floors, and I refuse to glitch it, so I will not get it that way. It just feels cheap, and I put enough time and effort into it, I'm getting it the legit way. So, yeah, Dark Boy, please. Alright, so a little health up there for TorNis at the end of the room, and a chest. Yeah, might as well get your bomb back and a free key, along with your item room in the next room. That worked out beautifully. So, first of 2 item rooms here for TorNis. No, Cathedral, in my opinion, is way easier than Sheol is. I'm with you on that, Lanix. Complete agreement. Alright, so speaking of item rooms, Vendryth also getting his, and the deck of cards this time. He'll probably only use it this once. And indeed he will. He'll take the Game Kid with him for that Pac-Man and healing ability. He'll also probably be back for that Eternal Heart at the end of the floor. Right now, Vend only has that 1.5 heart protection for it. So instead he'll use this, very nicely placed tower card, and actually get most of that room taken care of in 1 card usage. Alright, Hangman is a one-time flying ability for TorNis. You can see his entire map layout now, and dear lord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more rooms to clear until he gets to his 2 boss fights. How did TorNis get homing tiers? He got an item called Spoonbender. Last floor. Actually, it might have been on this. No, it was last floor, because he's only got the 1 item and he hasn't taken it here. Alright, Child's Heart is more chance of heart spawning at the end of rooms or out of chests for Vendryth. And again, he's ripping on through Envy here, though. This is a time-consuming mini-boss fight. Yeah, but there is no spoon. You're always risking death in this game. Any room can do it to you. Absolutely any room can do it to you at any time. Speaking of, how about a Super Greed fight? How about no? TorNis will just back right up out of that room. No thank you, no thank you. Now he does also know, keep this in mind, TorNis got a mini-boss fight in his secret room. That means that his store is definitely a store here, so with 15 cents, mind you no keys, TorNis has that to consider. Also back down to just the 1 full heart at the moment as he gets a half-heart heal out of that room. So he's back out of Horror Babylon mode, but he's right on the border of it. Oh really? You've never actually seen Spoonbender picked up? It's kind of a rare item, honestly. I don't see it too often. In the races, I would say it's probably one of the kind of the rarer pickups. It's been few and far between. Yeah, TorNis back at that half a sketchy heart again, so permanent Horror Babylon enacted at the moment. So damage increase, though again, half a heart. Gotta worry. Vendryth also in his boss fight here for Depths 1, fighting War at the moment. Oh no! God, those spike traps. Are you kidding with that room? Like, where was he supposed to go? Ugh, that was evil. So like I said, any 1 room can do it at any time, guys. TorNis down and back to the beginning, so ouch on that. That was those traps, man. Are you kidding with that? I really are. Oh wow, and here we go with the nice build starting. So Max's head, damage up, and huge tears with knockback on him now for TorNis. But again, Vendryth on his Depths 2 at the moment, just looking for 1 last item room and his mom's foot fight. So again, pretty large advantage floor-wise here, as TorNis had to go all the way back to the beginning. But again, never count anybody out. We saw how much TorNis can make a comeback just with regular runs, not even having something like the Knife or Brimstone. Let alone, we've seen other people make legitimate 20-minute comebacks. So crazier things have happened. Never count anybody out. And again, you never know. 1 room can make or break your entire run. Alright, some more random pills here for TorNis. A little bit of speed up. Ooh, how about some health up? And some bombs or keys, so that'll switch around the 3 bombs into keys now for TorNis, so at least he'll be able to get into his next item room guaranteed. I guess we got something decent out of that. Oh, that damn Wiggle Worm. How I hate you so. Have I mentioned that I hate Wiggle Worm at any point during the season? Because I think I have, but by the way, Vendryth has that. You can see his shots going in that S pattern at the moment. He does get a tier rate up from it as well, but I do not like the tier pattern off of this in the slightest bit. But yeah, like crazy good pills there for TorNis. You cannot argue. Right onto his second boss fight, getting Duke of Flies. But again, Ven moving right on into his boss fight. Once again, Red Mom. He's gotten, what, nothing but Red Mom today? Has Ven gotten any other version of Mom? He may have gotten Gray once, now that I think about it, but I'm kind of thinking it may have only been Red. That's incredibly lucky once again. Ven didn't race yesterday. We're talking about this race, guys. Spoonbender and Wiggle Worm. I just don't like the homing shots in the first place with Spoonbender. Never, never, never been a fan of it. I don't know, you can call it a bad decision being that Vendryth hasn't missed any shots with it yet, and literally only got that one cheap shot the entire time, so... Yeah, bad decision is winning him the race. How's that bad again? Ah, that Demon Judgy in the Pact. By the way, Monstro's Tooth as well for TorNis. Ooh, he's actually going to grab that now. Anyways, Monstro's Tooth will summon down Monstro from time to time. We saw the Pact as well, so Demon Judgy, thank you for damage up and shot speed increase for TorNis. Regular Judgy, kinda, maybe, sorta thank you for Vendryth with the ladder. Not the greatest things, especially down here in the womb, but you can get yourself across one spot openings. Nice commentary yourself. Later, kid. Here's the fun part. It's my channel. If you don't like it, hundreds of thousands of other ones live. Let me show you how. Let me give you a real quick link. It's really an amazing thing that you can actually, like, entitle yourself to shut the flying hell up and just leave at that point. Go check out the, let's see, how many hundreds of thousands of other channels? Almost 500,000. Take your pick. Kids nowadays feel they're entitled to put their opinion in if they don't like what I say, which is kind of funny because there's a warning on the channel in the first place as you come in that apparently nobody pays attention to, so not my problem or my fault. Yeah, there is a warning. You just have a chat add-on that blocks it, basically, so, yeah. Again, just like to point out how wrong everybody is about a whole bunch of stuff in this. Remember what I said? About the whole, like, you can keep your entitled opinion to your fucking self? Shut the fuck up. How about that? Here, let's do this easy way to shut the entitled fucks up. Boom. Easy way. Problem solved. Welcome to the weekend on Twitch because Twitch refuses to put in any sort of capture or anything to keep idiots like that from making extra accounts. So welcome to subscribers only mode until they switch that. I can't stop him from breeding in real life, but I can stop him from breeding on Twitch and my channel. So, it's the next best thing. There's a split link to get into both of their channels. Enjoy, kids. I'm going to put this out to all the subscribers. If you think that in some way, shape, or form that you're above everybody else, which apparently Deciphers does, you're fucking wrong, and I will flat out ban you. I don't give a flying fuck about your $5 a month. If you're still a jackass, I'm still banning you. You don't get special privileges. We just went over that with all the other people that I just stopped from talking. You don't get special privileges either, so take your entitlement and shut the fuck up for 24 hours, Deciphers. How about that? Jesus Christ, guys, I'm trying to call a fucking race. Let's bring the goddamn idiocy down about 10 notches. Otherwise, seriously, I'll just flat out turn literally this thing onto like an hour slow mode, and you can just deal with it that way. Yeah, TorNis got Sacred Heart off of a Demon Judgy. Which, again, had people that are in the know enough not to do stupid things, didn't have to get yelled at, I would have been able to explain for you. But because apparently you guys pay $5 a month to watch my channel, which you don't have to in the first place, you now suddenly also feel entitled to break rules that you know full well you shouldn't be able to. So stop that. I'm letting everybody know. That includes my mods. You guys have seen me ban mods in the last few weeks. Do you think I'm going to stop there, or do you really think that you're above them? Because I'm really wondering. It's a little bit of health up there for Vendryth, and he'll be moving on down to the womb too momentarily. That's not Polyphemus. Notice the homing ability on it. It's Max's head, along with basically, like, let's see. What else has he got? I'm trying to think what else he's got on his run. He's got the Pact, obviously, for damage up and fire rate increase. The homing part's the giveaway on those tiers. Trying to think what else he had for damage. Max's head, obviously Monstrous Tooth that you can see. There was something else he had for damage, and I can't think of what it was now. Shoot. It's gonna drive me crazy. There was something else. Either way, though, Vend on what could be his last floor here. Again, that Child's Heart, theoretically. Now, here's what a lot of people say with that. And I don't believe it, mind you, which I suppose that's another thing that we can disprove in Week 14. Is the theory that Child's Heart, well, disprove or prove, one way or the other. By the way, dueling Game Kids now, so dueling Pac-Mans. Wow. Curve Torn, yep, forget Child's Heart. Anyway, so there goes proving that theory right now, but one of the theories is that having the Child's Heart actually adds more health onto Mom's Heart at the end of this floor. So, I don't know that I believe that necessarily, but it's supposed to really just give you more heart spawns out of chests and at the end of rooms. I swear he got one other, but I guess that's it. Yeah, if he had Inner Eye, it'd be Purple Tears. Mind you, that would have gotten overridden by Sacred Heart. I believe they would still be white at that point. I think. I haven't picked them up in order like that before, though. Alright, so War for TorNis, obviously about to just get shredded here, and he's going to wind up with his first cube of meat floating around blocking shots. And again, Vendryth's still just on the search for Mom's Heart at this point. Oh, there's still 3 phenomenal items, especially in unison like that. Oh my god. Yep. Brimstone. Oh, dear lord. This damage is going to be sick. And how about that? Teleport directly towards your boss fight. Oh my god. This is going to get a lot closer, guys. Watch this damage on TorNis. Watch this. Melt, melt. Ooh, okay, that's actually not as good as I thought. Interesting. I figured that would be way higher with that damage up, but apparently that combination not as good as I would have imagined it to be. Still great damage with Brimstone, but holy hell. Also, yeah, that Otaku porting, to be continued. I didn't even see that one. I didn't even see that part of it. That's great. Alright, so TorNis finishing off the boss fight. A little bit of health up. Again, Ben finding a library here. So that could be kind of interesting, depending on what books there show up in here. He's going to check. Book of Shadows would have been 12 seconds of invincibility. Anarchist Cookbook would have been random bombs spawned across the room. So he'll pass on both of those in order to keep the game kit here. TorNis going to wait out this loading screen error, and we're going to have to see. Uh-oh. Right as Vendryth finds his boss fight. So there's your question answered. Book of Shadows is what it's going to be for Vendryth, I think. Ooh, only a Womb 1 for TorNis. He was really hoping for the XL floor there. That would have given him the real good chance to catch up. But 12 seconds of invincibility now in the boss fight here for Vendryth. And again, all he has to do is kill off Mom's Heart before TorNis can find his way through this floor and one other. But again, look at that damage on Brimstone. It's gonna get kind of close still. We've disproven that theory, Lanix. We disproved it about 4 times last week. And guys, we'll see just about everything happen in the league, but yeah, that theory about, oh, it takes too long to get through the loading screen, you're gonna get a regular floor, has been completely disproven. Because you still have a chance. It's just Flash. That's all it is. Yeah, we did it about 4 times last week. Right as people were bringing it up too, might I add. Alright, so there you see Game Kit for TorNis. Again, he's going to be able to actually eat enemies. There's a good chance that he actually heals just like that by doing so as well. Oh! Though actually took a faceplant damage as it ran out of time. Speaking of that, running out of time, Vendryth with that last bit of damage, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So, it didn't matter in the first place, because Vendryth had just enough damage, but wow, that build for TorNis there, that was getting scary. Vendryth had to be breathing a little bit easier now that he's got that finish, because that comeback on TorNis' side, guys, that was no joke. That was seriously no joke. That damage he had brewing there, let's recap. Max's Head, Sacred Heart, and Brimstone. Yikes. That's a build that TorNis has going right now. I'm not even joking, but that got really close at the end too. But great race right there. Vendryth got himself a